Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. The Virginia Tech Hokies looking to bounce back from that tough loss they took last week against Clemson, playing on the road in Chestnut Hill against Boston College, looking for their first ACC win, and that first ACC win of the season the Hokies got, beating Boston College by a 23-10 margin. It was a really ugly win for the Hokies, particularly in the second half. Of course, a win is a win, but some question marks following this victory. The biggest one is how serious is Cam Phillips' foot sprain he suffered early in the game. X-rays came back negative, thank goodness, but he did not return once he went out, so not a good sign. Cam Phillips is absolutely mandatory to win the ACC. The Hokies cannot win the ACC without him. You know, arguably the best wide receiver in college football, numbers-wise, hard to argue with that. Really doing a fantastic job. So, Sean Savoy stepped up admirably with that electrifying catch and run, 53-yard score to open the game up for the Hokies, and you could kind of tell things were going to go Virginia Tech's way from then on. You know, Trayvon McMillan had a very nice touchdown run, struggled for much of the game, but I stand by what I say week in and week out. Feed Trayvon. Feed Trayvon. You know, it was tough to see Stephen Peoples not fighting for those short yardage carries like we're used to seeing. He did not play this week. But, you know, the Hokies had an anemic offense in the second half. They could not move the ball. And look, they didn't really show much respect to Boston College in the second half, going for it on 4th and goal when the game had not yet been won, if you will, and then running the ball on 3rd and goal from well behind the 10-yard line. You know, they didn't really take Boston College too seriously, and why would you? I mean, it's just a disaster of a program right now. I mean, they are in the gutter, both with basketball and football. I'm sure it would be, you know, humiliating and embarrassing at first, but it might not be the worst thing in the world if Boston College left the ACC, because they are not an ACC caliber football team. Of course, Virginia Tech did not play to its potential, not even close. 23-10, not that impressive of a scoreline, but the offense looked completely incompetent. They didn't really pose much of a threat at all. I mean, you know, Boston College is just, look at their quarterback. You know, Anthony Brown went 13 of 30 for 166 yards. That says it all. Meanwhile, Josh Jackson went 22 of 33 for 322 yards and a touchdown pass, but I wouldn't even say he had a good game. He held on to the ball for too long at times. He took some bad sacks. Not all that impressed with how he performed. Probably his worst game of the season. Then again, of course, Clemson was a rough one as well, but still believe in Jackson. He's still the guy, still someone Fuente can really, totally, truly believe in as his starting signal caller. So the Hokies needed this win, 5-1 on the season now. You know, nobody really got into double-digit tackles. Mook Reynolds had 9, Tremaine Edmonds had 8, but not too much was asked of the defense because Boston College couldn't get it together. I mean, I have so much respect for Steve Adazio. Hopefully he can get a better job in this one because he is a great coach. I'm not sure if he's a great head coach, but he's certainly a great coordinator. But I don't know what type of team he's going to be able to put out there for the rest of the season. It's going to be a long, hard struggle. It's not that long ago that BC became the first school in ACC history to go winless in ACC play in both football and basketball. Not a concern for Virginia Tech. The Hokies still in prime position to make the ACC championship game. Of course, it hurt to see Miami win in such exhilarating fashion over Florida State. Really, that could be like the de facto ACC championship game semifinal, if you will. So not to look too far ahead, of course, the Hokies need to take care of business. They're coming into a bye week, so plenty of time for Phillips and anybody else who's banged up to recover. So after that, the Hokies will take on UNC. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel.